information tonight about a deadly train accident this past weekend. Authorities identifying the man who was hit and killed by a train in Winter Haven as Tony Gunn. And tonight, ABC Action News reporter Ryan Race tells us why some in the law enforcement community are calling his death fate.
It was a terrible day.
Sheriff Grady Judd remembers it well. It was March 1997. Winter Haven police officer Johnny Patterson made a routine traffic stop that turned into a deadly encounter with Walter Norris. Patterson was ambushed, shot and killed, and the gunman escaped.
Tony Gunn is the one that picked him up and took him to Lake Wells.
Gunn was a friend of Patterson's and ultimately an accomplice. Norris is serving a life sentence, and Gunn was right there with him, in and out of prison 8 times, with more than 30 convictions on 96 charges. Fast forward nearly 20 years to this past weekend. Gunn was walking on the railroad tracks behind his home when a train with its horns blasting several times hit and killed him.
I'm just wondering, karma or fate? We think it's fate. You can't tempt life over and over without it catching up to you sooner or later.
The grieving Gunn family tells me this was absolutely no suicide. They say he was going across the train tracks to try to track down the person who stole the motor off his boat.
He went down there to confront him about the motor.
Gunn's mother, Vera Harris, says her son loved his family, and his past, she says, is not relevant to his tragic death.
I appreciate if they don't say nothing about my son's record, because he's still a good son. He's always helped me do anything I wanted.
But Judd can't help but think about the tragic case he worked on nearly 20 years ago and what happened to Gunn from that point on. In Winter Haven, Ryan Race, ABC Action News.